Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Today I'm going to try to be a lot quicker with things. Sorry, last episode was kind of slow. Anyways, today we're going to be making a Discord bot with C# using discord.net. And as usual, we're going to start this off by opening up Visual Studio. Great, now that you've got it open, you're going to want to create a new project. Alright, now that you've got your Visual Studio project templates open, I'm going to be creating a console application like this. Go on, and then I'm just going to leave it at console app 2, but you can name it whatever you want, really. It doesn't matter. We're going to hit create and give it a second to load up. Okay, great. Now that you're inside Visual Studio, we're going to first need to install the packages so that this bot works. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to Tools, NuGet Package Manager, and then Manage NuGet Package Solutions, or Manage NuGet Packages for the solution. I want to open that up. While we wait for it to load, we're going to want to hit browse so that we can browse all the available ones, not the installed ones. And then I'm just going to look up for discord.net, which is what we'll be using to make the bot, as I explained earlier. Install it to console app 2 and hit install. Give it a second to load up again. Great. Now it's going to show you all these dependencies that it needs. Just hit OK. Then there's a bunch of licenses that you need to accept. And I accept these licenses. So there you go. Okay, great. Now we have all of that installed. I'm just going to close out of that. Now, I'm not actually going to use the program class quite yet. I'm going to start by adding a new class. And I'll call this class bot. Great. So now we're in this class. Let's open this up. So what we're going to need is first we're going to need to reference the namespaces that we need. So we're going to need Discord. We're going to need discord.websocket, and we're going to need discord.commands. Okay, fantastic. Great. So I'm going to start by adding a Discord socket client right here, and we'll call it client, and we're going to get and private set that. Cool. And we're also going to create a command service, which is part of the discord.commands namespace, but we actually aren't going to need to use this. We're not going to use this in this video. Next episode, we'll get into commands, but today we'll just be getting the bot online, which will be really cool. Anyways, now we're going to create a public async task run bot. And that's right, I forgot. We will also need using system.threading.tasks. Okay, my bad. All right, in here, we're going to want to do the commands or the code that starts up the bot. So first, I'm going to start with a token. Right, every bot has a token so that it connects to the right bot, the right user. And for now, we're just going to be putting that in a constant string. But later on, we'll actually have a config loader that will save and load that token from a JSON file, so that we don't actually have to compile with the token built into it, which is not safe. Great. So now I'm going to define a config, and that is just using the Discord socket config. And right in here, we can define different things about the config of our bot. But what I want to define is the log level, just telling us what we want to log. And we'll do log level severity, log severity info. And then we'll have to close this with a semicolon. Great, so in here, we've defined a config for our bot. And there's other pieces of information that you include in here that I won't go over. But you can find all that kind of information on the docs. So that's pretty cool. Great. So now we're going to create the actual client that's going to connect to the Discord service. So we're going to do that by creating a new Discord socket client and then passing in config into the constructor. Then close that line. Great. So now we have the Discord socket client set. And with this, now that we have the client, we're able to manage certain events. So I wanted to do certain things on certain events. So I'm gonna have multiple different events. First, I'm gonna have a client.log do plus equals, and the really cool thing about Visual Studio is you can actually just have it build the entire task for you. So just hit tab. There you go. It's down here, and I'm just gonna change the name to client with log without the space. I mean without the underscore. Hit enter. Great. And I'll put in the code in a second because I want to first get these other events. So we'll do this, and then once again, press tab, create it, and once again, I'm gonna remove the underscore, and then hit enter. And then the last one I want to do is client.ready, and I'm gonna once again hit enter. Remove that, there we go. All right, great. And if you're not using Visual Studio, you can do this really simply. Basically, the plus equals thing will take in a task. So you can just define your own task like you see right here. Just define your own task, and then you do plus equals and then that task. And every time the event log happens, then it's going to call the task client log. So that's really cool. And it also passes in information about the log, but we'll get into that later. I'm not going to manage the events right now. First, we want to get the bot on. We want to get the core of the bot working, if you understand what I mean. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do await client dot login async. What this does is it basically it gives it information that the bot is going to use to log in. So the first thing it needs to know is what token type this is. The token type will be token type.bot because we have a Discord bot. And then in here, it's going to ask for the token. So we'll just pass that in. Great. Now it knows where to connect. And now we need to tell the client that it's okay to connect. So we'll do that by doing client.start async. Boom. And then we'll also end that by doing await.taskDelay and -1. And we just have to do this because sometimes there's problems loading this up and the program will exit before it actually connects to the service. Basically, this line of code will just prevent it from exiting too early before it actually connects to the Discord bot. Great. So now I'm just going to start managing these events over here. So when the client is ready, we just want it to say console.writeLine, and we'll say client ready so that we know that the bot has actually connected to the thing. And it will also need to take in a return value, and we'll just return task.completed task so that it doesn't complain. All right. Now every time a guild is available, it will pass in that guild. And what that means when it says guild available, it means that the bot has actually connected to the guild. So every time that a guild becomes available to the bot, it will run this event. So I'll just change the parameter name to guild so that makes more sense. And then I'll do console.writeLine, and then we'll do logging into guild, and then we'll pass through the guild name. Okay, super cool. Once again, we're gonna have to return task.completed task. All right, and then for the final event, this will just manage logging. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna change the name of this variable log message arg to log so that it makes more sense. And once again, I'm just gonna do console.writeLine log.message. And this will just log any client logs that happen because usually it won't. And then once again, we'll do return task.completed. Oops, sorry. All right, great. So believe it or not, this is all we need to get the bot to actually start it up. And you know what? I'll also add on await client.setGameAsync, and we'll say my custom bot, exclamation point. Now this may not make too much sense right now, but what this will do it will set the presence of the Discord bot. Once the bot's actually working, you'll be able to see how this presence actually works. So I'm going to save this file, and this is all we're going to do today code-wise. It's really simple how to get the bot started up. But now we're actually going to have to create the Discord application, the actual account that gets started up for the bot. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Once I get that open, I'm going to look up Discord Developer Portal. And if you don't want to look this up yourself, I'll make sure to leave a link to the developer portal in the description below, so go check that out. All right, once you're here, if you click the link in the description, you'll already be here, but if you didn't, then you want to click on applications. And basically, every application or every Discord bot is connected to an application. And an application basically is something that connects to the Discord, and that can really be anything inside Discord. It can be a rich presence, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it, I'll go ahead and create a new application, and I'm gonna call it tutorial bot. Then I'm gonna go ahead and create that. And you won't want to show any of this information to anybody. It's not good to show any of this information. But I'm showing it for the purpose of this video, and after this video is over, I'll make sure to change all this information or delete it. Alright, now you're gonna want to go down to bots on the left-hand side. And you're gonna want to go ahead and create add bot. And it's gonna ask you, do you want to add a bot to this app? Yes, we're making a Discord bot. We do. And the important information for this is the token. So you can see right here, there's a token for every bot, and this is really the gateway to connect to the Discord bot. So in here, we'll pass the token in. And great. Now, everything about this bot should work. The only thing we need to do now is we need to invite this bot to our Discord server. All right, how we do that, it's pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to OAuth2. We're going to hit bot, and we're going to copy this link down here. I wouldn't worry about this. We don't need to worry about that really. And then we're going to paste this link that we just copied into a new tab. And great, now we're going to come up with this little UI. And what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to pick a server where we can add this bot. So where I'm going to add it is I'm going to add it to the game dev community, which is my Discord server. And if you'd like to join, you can hit the link in my description. And then you're going to have to authorize this. And it has to be a server where you have administrator permissions. Great. All right. Now that we've invited the bot to our Discord server, all we need to do is simply go ahead and open up Discord. This is going to take a second. Great. Now that you're in here, I'm just going to navigate over to the server, and I'm sorry I'm in a lot of different servers, so I'm just going to navigate to the server where I invited my Discord bot. And when you come in here, you'll actually see that tutorial bot is inside the server. And that's because obviously we authorized it to join this server. So now that it's here, you'll also see it has a little badge that says it's a bot, which is really cool. Now we're going to open up Visual Studio. We have our token in. We have all this code here. We'll go ahead and we'll run this. And as long as I didn't make any stupid mistakes, it should work. And that reminds me, I completely forgot that we actually need to run the code of bot.cs. Every program has an entry point, and the entry point of this program is main. So it runs all the code in main, but it never runs the code in bot. So there's a good thing to remember when you're coding. So what we'll actually want to do to get the bot actually running is we're going to want to create a new instance of the bot. Then we're going to want to run the command, run the function run bot, which if we go back here, you can take a look. We have this run bot, and this is what starts up everything. And then we're gonna want to do get awaiter dot get result, and this basically we just do this so that we don't get any errors or weird warnings. Great. Now this time, second time's the charm, as they say. It should work. Okay, connecting. Great. There you go. So if we take a look here, you can see logging into Guild Game Dev Community, which is in fact the name of this community. And here you go. This is really cool. You can see we got our bot online and we also have the presence set. If you remember, we go back here and we take a look, we can see that is what this is. That's what that does. And later on, I'll be showing you how this is useful, or what we can put here that'll actually make our bot more useful. Anyways, that'll be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and like the video. Next episode, we'll be going into how to save data using JSON. Or next video, we'll be using JSON to save the token data and stuff like that. And then the video after that, we'll be looking into how to create commands with our new Discord bot. Anyways, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.